So if you clicked on this video, it means that you wanted to know what my minimalist approach to hair, skincare, and makeup is. I use a total of 9 items. I do want to say before we get into the detail that I do mostly gardening related content. If you are new to my channel, my name is Terry. And as mentioned, I make mostly gardening related content. It would be nice if you are into gardening, and it would be nice if you would like to subscribe to my channel. For my gardening subscriber, I will tie this in with gardening later on. So I hope you stay tuned. So let's go ahead and get started. So let's talk about hair first. As you can see, I have natural gray hair. To be more specific, I have salt and pepper hair. I have not dyed my hair for a very long time. In fact, I have been dye-free for 11 years now, and I have not regretted my decision at all to go dye-free. Now, when I decided to not dye my hair, I was not thinking about minimalism and anything like that. It becomes more of a minimalist approach indirectly. To take care of my hair, I use one shampoo, and I have not used a conditioner for months now. It is so bright right now. We woke up to 24 degrees. I think it's in the 30s right now. Not so good lighting. Better lighting. So actually, let's add one, so that'll be 10 items. So sometimes I do use a sulfate-based shampoo to take out the yellowness, the impurities that the shampoo may have, contain that would yellow the hair. So that is something I use, but not on a regular basis. All right, so that's for hair. Let's talk about my minimalist approach. I cannot say that word very well. To skincare. Let's start off with the soap that I use. So I just use a bar of soap. It's one of those where it's like homemade. It's like a homemade soap. I like to use that because it just more moisturized, it just moisturizes your skin a lot better. So that's what I use. And I use a scrubbing brush to, scrub my body. And I use also a pumice. I think that's how you pronounce it. Pumice, I believe. It's a type of rock. So I use that to scrub the heel of my feet because, the skin there tends to be very rough and it's very thick. So I use that on the heels and areas that have like a very tough skin, thick skin, and it just, like over time, it just makes your skin very flaky and dry. So that item works really well. And I should have mentioned in the beginning, I am not sponsored by any company, any brands. These are products that I love to use and something that I would like to share with you in case you were interested, whether you're a man or a woman, because what I'm using is pretty minimal for anybody. All right, so those are the items. And sometimes I do use some kind of exfoliant. I'm currently using the the apricot scrub, maybe like once a month on my face. I should be using it more often. I think going forward, I'm going to try to use it once a week on a consistent basis to see if it makes a difference. So that's a scrub that I use, and on my face, of course. And something that I consistently use is a moisturizer, and it's called CeraVe. I have been using CeraVe moisturizing product for, I would say 15-20 years now, and I love it. The other thing that I use, I'm trying to think to make sure I don't forget anything. It's been more recent, maybe in the last several months. I have been using a tinted sunscreen, and it works great. It's very mobile. I carry it around most of the time. I have it in my pocket right now. This is what it looks like. It has 2 ingredients, titanium dioxide, and zinc oxide. Those ingredients are good if you have sensitive skin, also good for children, and this is what it looks like. So it's like a roll-on. You just go like that wherever you need it. And what I also love about this is that it's tinted and it gives you a nice dewy glow. So if you see me on camera and I have like a dewy glow look to my face, it's because of this. And look how thin it is. So easy to put in your pocket. I think that is it. So those are the items that I use for my skin, for skincare. Now let's talk about my minimalist approach to makeup. I have 2 items. So the first is my lips. I use a tinted lip balm from Burt's Bees company, and I love Burt's Bees lip balms. They last a long time, and they don't make your lips chapped like other chapsticks. So if you know of other brands that are good for your lips that, you know, don't chap, please let us know. I carry this lip balm around. So the current one I'm using is called Tinted Lip Balm Sweet Violet. Let's put it right here. This is what it looks like. And I like the tinted moisturizer because it gives me a little bit of color, and I'll apply it to the cheeks too. I can't really see that well, so hopefully I'm not messing it up. So this is a great product, and I recommend it even if you're a man. I would not recommend the tinted moisturizer, of course, but the regular moisturizer should work very well if you are a man and if you have not found a product that's good. So Burt's Bees, I really love it. I carry this, as mentioned, I carry this around with me. Let's see. Now if I want to get that nice glow, I'll put it like beyond my lips, and I might reapply just to give it the nice glow. Otherwise, it'll get absorbed and you won't see the little shininess to the lips. Now we come to the last makeup product, and that is the eyebrow pencil. I just started using it maybe a week or 2 ago, and I love it. Now, technically, I don't need it. It's more of a splurge. So it's more of a maximalist approach, maximalist. Anyway, it's the opposite of minimalist. I love the look of it. It frames my face better. And the reason that I wanted to even use it in the first place is because I have a bald spot right here due to a scar. So I have a scar there. So there's not any hair growing from there. So it always looks like my eyebrows are not symmetrical. So I just thought it would be better for me to do a little something to my eyebrows to just bring my whole look together. And it's a way that I will explain later. Anyway, so that's more of me splurging on an item. So those are it, just those two items that I use as far as makeup goes. So you could see that I use the most items on skincare, and it makes sense as we're getting older. I think skincare is very important. So those are it, 10 items. I added the extra sulfate shampoo later on. So a total of 10 items, and I still think that's considered very minimal. Most of the items are basic items that we all use, whether we're men or women. Everybody uses soap, right? Everybody uses some kind of scrubbing thing for our bodies. Maybe some of us might not use the pumice rock to scrub out our feet. And if you did not know and you have that issue, you can start using it. I think it's one of the best things to use. I was actually a very, very minimalist when I was younger, and now I use more products, but at my mature age, I think I consider myself still a minimalist, especially when it comes to makeup. Now, these are the items that I use on a regular basis. For like special occasions, I might add a few more things, like I might do my nails. So what does this all have to do with gardening? And as an extension to that, gardening content. Well, the garden reflects the gardener. I consider myself a low maintenance gardener. Therefore, my garden is also low maintenance. And as a theme, the low maintenance-ness in me is reflected onto other areas as well. So as you saw, I'm low maintenance with hair, makeup, skincare. And we know that I use the most products as far as skincare goes, but still very minimal. Also, as far as gardening content goes, you see me on camera whenever I do gardening content. Now, I will say I don't need to do my eyebrows. I don't need to even, put tinted lip balm on my lips. But I do. I have been putting the lip balm on for a while now, and now just started with the eyebrows. So that is my way to show you, whenever you are watching me, that I took the time, that I care about you. I want to look presentable because you're kind of like you're visiting me, visiting my house, which is my channel. And even though I am minimal with these things, I at least want to be minimal, but still look presentable. If it weren't for the lip balm, my lips would more likely be chapped. And who wants to see chapped lips, right? When they tune into my gardening content. It does make a difference having nicely moisture lips versus lips that have been chapped. And of course now the eyebrows, I think it makes me look better and better for you. You don't see that sparseness there, at least not as much. I'll try to maintain that, but we'll see. It's still new to me. I still have not gotten it all figured out as far as shaping the eyebrows correctly. But it's something that I would like to keep up. Of course, also I did mention the moisturizer. If I didn't have the moisturizer all these years, my skin would probably be a lot more rougher looking, I'm pretty sure. So doing all of that, still keeping everything minimal, is still honoring you, still showing you appreciation, and of course, showing my garden appreciation. Even though the garden is low maintenance, I still have to put in some work to make the space look beautiful and all that good stuff. And what better way to honor and appreciate the garden by looking presentable for it. So as a gardener, we are like the mom or the dad to our plants. We care for them, and sometimes we forget about caring for ourselves, just like real mom to real kids, or real dad to real kids. So anyway, yeah, that is something that I have been more conscious about this year, to making myself look presentable for you and for the garden as well, without losing the core of who I am as a person who likes things low maintenance, who likes things as minimal as possible. So with that, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you found it helpful. And if you have suggestions for other videos, if you have questions or comments about specific products that I use that I didn't, show you, just like the sunscreen and the lip balm, I will be happy to write them all down for you. So anyway, thank you again for watching, and Happy New Year! Today is Tuesday. Tomorrow is New Year's Eve. So I am so looking forward to 2026, because 2025 has not been good. If you watched my previous video, you know what I am referring to. So anyway, Happy New Year, everybody. Happy 2026. See you in the new year. Bye.